Coach, you look at 3 quarters and you're dead even, and actually won the 4th quarter, but the 2nd quarter told the tale of the ballgame.
Yeah, that's been our Achilles heel. It's somewhere along the line, we give up a 40-point quarter, and those are hard to survive in this league. You know, that's where they got the separation, and then, you know, once again, you're playing uphill the rest of the game, and it doesn't matter what kind of run you make. You have to have a perfect storm, and those just doesn't exist very much in the NBA, where you're down 25 points and you're able to get all the way back. You can get it, you know, to even, excuse me, I'm really sorry. You can get it to under double digits, but at the end of the day, you know, to come all the way back from a league like that is really, really tough to do. I was just disappointed in our transition defense. I know we were cross-matched, but we've got to start getting back on the raise of the shot and being able to set our defense. You know, I think they had 30 fast break points in the first half. So you're not going to be able to survive that as a team. It's a little disappointing. It's the thing that we worked on and had such a point of emphasis on, and we just didn't get back. And obviously with this team right here, as I said, you know, every guy that played out there tonight was on a championship team. So, you know, they know what it takes to win a championship. And so you have to compete at that same level. And obviously we gotta be able to execute better, and we got to be able to put the ball in the basket. We went through a tough stretch there at the start of the quarter where we got outscored 11-0. We had 6 really good looks, 2 right at the basket. We didn't get them in the basket, and they did, and that's where the separation comes.
Well, that really leads to my next question, because you did have a lot of wide open looks that just did not go, and those misses did lead to those transition buckets.
Yeah, and you know, we can survive the shots being taken, the good shots being taken, and then not making them. But what we can't survive is giving up fast break points on those situations. We've got to get back, and we've got to be able to set. And the only way, when you're down like that, the only way you can even remotely get back in the game is have to be because you're making stops, not exchanging baskets. And so we made stops and we made a little bit of a run, but, you know, obviously, you know, Pascal, you know, played absolutely great. And, you know, the last time we saw him, he played great, but, you know, we have to find a way to slow him down some to get back in the game.
You mentioned the transition defense. Was that where most of the breakdowns occurred in the 2nd quarter? What did you just see in that quarter?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you have a team that got 38 transition fast break points, then that is a breakdown. Considering that, you know, 18 is considered a really good number. So, and they did it by, you know, on made baskets and missed baskets. So it's an area that we just got to go back and we got to try to really spend a lot of time and understand, you know, even when we're cross-matched with someone, we gotta run back and we got to pick up a man.
Drew mentioned the other day that needing to stem runs, that was the biggest issue, is that a 10-0 run is fine, an 18-0 run is the problem. How do you stop that? How do you get that to change? Is that a leadership issue? Is that a hustle issue? What is that?
It's a guard the ball issue. You know, it doesn't have anything to do with leadership. It has everything to do with being able to keep the ball out of the paint, being able to close out the three. You can't have both. We can't give up a ton of points in the paint. You know, like in their case tonight, I mean, they only had 42, but in the paint, which is a high number, but, you know, when you're making 3-point shots, making 19 3-point shots, you know, there's not a big need to have scoring in the paint. But we just got to do a better job completely defensively as far as guarding the ball, rebounding the ball, rotating back out to shooters. We just got to get a lot better in that area.
You think they're competing?
I think they're competing, but, you know, we're competing to the point where I think we're playing hard, but you got to play smart also. And, you know, it's got to be a multiple effort game. You know, you can't play hard on a play and then, you know, another pass and then have a breakdown. We've got to be able to complete the possession. We've got to be able to, you know, and completing the possession means coming up with the basketball at the end of it.
And so the defense
defense is something you've addressed so much, after these games. What can you do to really turn it around when you keep addressing?
Well, we can do one or two things, and we've changed a little bit schematically what we're trying to do. But the next step is that we got to find somebody that will do it. And so we'll start playing different combinations of guys like we did tonight. And that's not a threat. It's just that what you got to do as a coach. If the person or the people we have out there, if they can't do what we're expecting them to do, then the next thing for us to do is that, we got to try to find somebody else.
Pascal really had the outside shot coach. What can you do against a guy who's going to put the ball on the floor that athletic when he's got the outside shot coach?
Well, you have to guard from a team defensive standpoint. And, if a guy's going that good, then obviously on the drives we got to be able to be in. On the three-point shots, we got to be able to be out and challenge those shots. He's a very good player. He's made himself into a tremendous player. He's not a guy that came into the league and all of a sudden was this great player. He's made himself a great player.